Welcome back. We're having a fascinating conversation about building generational wealth and a lasting legacy for your own children. Our guests are Danita Jerome and Michael Russell Sr. Their father, Herman Jerome Russell, built a dynasty in real estate and construction and concessions, one brick and one building at a time. Joining the conversation right now, the third generation of the Russell family, Zane Major, Maury Russell Atkins, and Benji Russell. They're all in their 30s, and it is amazing to see how they all play this invaluable role carrying on the legacy of the Russell family. Welcome, G3. That's what you guys call yourselves, right?
Yes.
Understood. All right, so I know you heard your parents' conversation and the history. Was it the same for you? It is a given you are going to work in the business? Starting out at what, 8, 9, 10, 12?
Yeah. Absolutely. I love to tell a story that a few years ago, I got a 25-year of service award from our company.
What?
Because I've been getting W-2 since I was 12 years old.
Wow. And that tracks.
Yes,
that
right.
makes sense. How about you, Maury?
Yeah, I would say that it was an idea, but I've always kind of been an entrepreneur since I was in college. So I wanted to always do my own thing, but always remembering how can I utilize what we're doing to help me in my entrepreneurship journey. So it started off with, let me do my own thing, let me get in the family business, and then now I have a combination of both.
Right, understood. And Benji, how about you?
So same thing as Zane said, there wasn't a summer that we went by that we weren't sitting at home. We had something to do.
Yeah.
And Herman made sure we were busy. We were working at all times. So
You call him back?
That's right, HJ.
Was that, yes?
We all did.
Everybody did.
Called him HJ.
That was a show of respect? What was?
Well, you can't really go to work and call him dead.
Yeah,
and granddad.
understood. I get it. All right, so everybody called him that. But you do, tell me your roles in the business now.
Sure.
And in what aspect, right? Because it's not just a business.
Yes, it's an enterprise, a full enterprise. So my daily focus is with our real estate arm. So I'm director of asset management. So I oversee all of our multifamily and commercial real estate holdings.
Understood. Maury, how about you?
Yes, so I'm at our airport concessions business, and I help to lead the business development there. And then I'm also an entrepreneur. I have an acai shop in Midtown. We've got one coming in the airport and in the south side of Atlanta.
Understood.
I'm a project manager for HJ Russell and Company. That's my boss right there.
That works out well.
It does.
That works out really well.
In the mission critical division and the data centers focus. So trying to hone in on that.
As 30-something entrepreneurs, how do the lessons translate for you, right? Things are very different. Your father, grandfather, mother, working in different generations. Things are very different now. How do his lessons apply?
I would say his lessons apply. It's almost, a lot of times we speak about generational wealth, but I look at it as generational values. Like that's more of what's been passed to us, who we are and what we represent.
Yeah.
I think G2 said it earlier. They said that doing what you say you're going to do. That's very important. And when I first started my entrepreneurship journey, my grandfather checked me very quickly.
What's that look like?
He allowed me to use the space at Pascal's to set up and sell my jewelry.
Famous restaurant here in Atlanta for folks who
that's
don't know.
a restaurant,
Iconic.
infamous.
Yes.
Soul food restaurant. You have to go there.
Integral in the civil rights movement as well.
And he didn't come to the event, but he heard that we had the best wine and food, and he called me and he said, you know what, you didn't make anything. If you had to pay for everything it took to sell those jewelries, you didn't make anything. And I was so crushed, but he ended up calling me maybe 2 weeks later and said, I just want you to be the best entrepreneur you can be and to think about the bottom line.
Yeah.
So I would say focus in on the bottom line.
Yeah. The other lessons that you hope and that you see when you see your children carrying on this legacy or the values, what's that look like for you? Because this is going to be a continuing conversation. There are grandkids coming, right?
I think for me, it's more about making sure that they have the foundation that they need to be successful and the resources, because they're all bright. They're all understand the value of working hard.
Right.
But the key is really making sure that they have the resources and the access.
Yeah. And when we talk about how things are different, right? I mean, your father, your grandfather, there's they had a lot of obstacles, right? And we know this generation has a lot of obstacles, but a lot of access too. What do you hope this generation of business owners will understand about what it means to keep building? That this is not a flash in the pan type of experience, that if you want to build, it takes consistency.
Yeah, I think it's important for them to have the values, right? The values, Maury talked about it earlier, and then the ability to take those values and create what you want, what they want out of it, versus the legacy is just something we use to build off of. But the real joy, I think, comes in them being who they are, where they want to be, and who they want to be.
And tell me more about your grandfather.
Well,
I would say, he was again a person who always knew how to get the best out of others. That's one of his gifts. And even his children and grandchildren, as Maury just gave a great story. And also, he was also one who was very passionate to say, you got to do what you enjoy doing. You don't just work for a job. If you're not going to enjoy doing what you're doing, it's not going to be sustainable.
Yeah.
And the third thing is, surround yourself with people smarter than you. So many entrepreneurs don't feel comfortable.
Right. You might have a good idea,
Yeah.
but don't know how to execute.
Right.
Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. And I know the other big part of this for you all is not just, as we said earlier, not just about making money, but helping other people learn how to build the wealth, build the values. We're going to talk about that when we return, and what the acronym RICE has to do with all of that, right? If you know, you know. If you don't, you're about to find out. Stay with us.